The crystal chandelier spun above Stephanie's head as her knees buckled. The champagne flute slipped from her fingers, shattering against marble in slow motion. Then everything went black. Her eyes cracked open to unfamiliar darkness. Silk sheets, the scent of expensive cologne, city lights bleeding through floor-to-ceiling windows. This wasn't the hotel. Panic sliced through her chest as she bolted upright, her heart hammering against her ribs. "You're awake." Stephanie's head snapped toward the voice. A man stood by the window, his back to her, hands in his pockets. Tailored black suit, broad shoulders. When he turned, the ambient light caught his face. Sharp jawline, dark eyes that looked like they'd seen too much. "Where am I? Who are you?" Her voice came out rougher than she intended, her throat dry as sand. He moved closer, each step deliberate. "My penthouse. You're safe here." Safe. Stephanie scrambled backward on the bed, searching for her shoes, her purse, anything. "I don't know you. I need to leave. Now." "You can't." Something in his tone made her freeze. Not a threat exactly, but certainty. Like he knew something she didn't. "The hell I can't." She swung her legs off the bed, but the room tilted. She grabbed the nightstand to steady herself. He was beside her in an instant, hand on her elbow. She jerked away from his touch. "Don't touch me." He raised his hands, stepping back. "The drug is still in your system. Rohypnol, probably. You need water, food, rest." "Drug? What are you talking about?" But even as she said it, fragments came back. The party. The networking event her company sent her to. That businessman, what was his name? He'd bought her a drink. Said he wanted to discuss a collaboration. "Someone drugged you at that party tonight. If my people hadn't been watching, you'd be on a boat to God knows where by now." His voice was matter-of-fact, like he was discussing the weather. Stephanie's stomach turned. "Your people were watching me? That's supposed to make me feel better?" "It should, considering the alternative." "And what exactly is the alternative? Who are you?" He studied her for a long moment, then walked to a side table and poured water from a crystal decanter. He brought it to her, keeping his distance this time. "My name is Kang Minho, and the people who tried to take you tonight, they work for the Jade Serpents. They're not the forgiving type." Stephanie took the glass, her hands shaking. The water was cold, real. This was actually happening. "Why would anyone want to take me? I'm nobody. I work in marketing. I've been in Seoul for 3 months." "You're not nobody, Stephanie." Her blood ran cold. "How do you know my name?" "I know a lot of things." Minho moved back to the window, his reflection ghostly in the glass. "I know you arrived in Korea on August 15th. I know you work for Hansen Marketing Solutions. I know your father died 7 years ago in Lagos. And I know you're wearing something very valuable around your neck." Instinctively, Stephanie's hand went to her necklace, the USB pendant. Her father's last gift, delivered by courier a week before she left for Korea. She thought it was just jewelry. This? It's just a necklace. It's not. Minho turned to face her fully now. That USB drive contains information that half the underworld of Seoul would kill for, and the other half would kill to keep hidden. That's insane. "My father was an accountant." "Your father was many things." The way he said it, with that quiet weight, made something crack inside her. "You didn't know him. Don't talk about him like you did." "You're right. I didn't know him." Minho's expression shifted, something almost like regret crossing his features. "But my father did." Before Stephanie could process that, before she could ask what he meant, the door burst open. A man rushed in, younger than Minho, with silver hair and a Bluetooth earpiece. "Boss, we have a problem." They tracked the signal from her phone. Minho's entire demeanor changed. The conversational tone vanished, replaced by cold authority. "How long?" 10 minutes. Maybe less. "Get the car. We're moving to the secondary location." The silver-haired man nodded and disappeared. Stephanie stood up, forcing her legs to cooperate. "I'm not going anywhere with you. I'm calling the police." "The police can't help you." Minho was already moving. opening a closet and pulling out a black jacket. The Jade Serpents have half the precinct on payroll. Then the embassy. We'll take 3 days to process your situation while you're already dead. He tossed her a jacket. We don't have time for this. You want to live? Come with me. You want to test your luck with people who trade human lives like stock options? Stay. Stephanie caught the jacket, her mind racing. This was crazy. Everything about this was crazy. But the fear in that younger man's eyes had been real. And something about Minho, despite the danger rolling off him in waves, felt solid, certain. If you're lying, if this is some elaborate. I don't have elaborate plans for random women, Stephanie. I have a multi-billion-1 empire to run. You're a complication I didn't ask for. He paused at the door, looking back at her. But you're not dying on my watch. The sincerity in his voice surprised her. She shoved her arms into the jacket. Fine, but I want answers. Real answers. You'll get them when we're not about to be attacked. They moved through the penthouse quickly. Stephanie noticed things in flashes. Modern art on the walls, imported furniture, floor plans that suggested money and power. An elevator opened directly into the apartment. They stepped inside and Minho pressed his thumb to a scanner. The elevator descended, but not to the lobby. Lower, darker. Underground garage? She asked. Private exit. The doors opened to reveal a sleek black sedan, engine already running. The silver-haired man was in the driver's seat. Minho opened the back door for her. As the car pulled out, Stephanie watched the building recede through the tinted windows. Why are you helping me? Minho didn't look at her, his eyes scanning the streets. Because you're ours now. Ours? The word sent a chill down her spine. What does that mean? It means I claimed you. In my world, that means something. It means my organization protects you. It means the Jade Serpents know they'll start a war if they touch you. I'm not property. No. Finally, he looked at her, and his eyes were intense, burning with something she couldn't name. You're much more valuable than that. Before she could respond, the car swerved violently. Stephanie was thrown against the door as bullets shattered the rear window. Glass exploded inward, and she screamed, covering her head. Get down! Minho shoved her to the floor, his body covering hers as more bullets peppered the car. She could feel his heart pounding against her back, steady despite the chaos. The driver accelerated, weaving through traffic. Stephanie couldn't see anything from the floor, just heard the squeal of tires. More gunfire, Minho shouting directions in rapid Korean. Then silence. Just the hum of the engine and her own ragged breathing. Are you hurt? Minho's voice was close to her ear, his weight still pressing her down. No, I don't think so. He shifted, helping her back onto the seat. There was blood on his collar. You're bleeding. Glass. It's nothing. He pressed a button and spoke into an intercom. Status. Lost them at the Gangnam Tunnel, boss. Heading to Safe House 3. Stephanie's whole body was shaking now, the adrenaline crash hitting hard. They really tried to kill us. They tried to kill me. You they want alive. Minho pulled out his phone, typing rapidly. Which is worse, trust me. Why? Why do they want me? That USB around your neck? It's not just valuable. It's explosive. And until we know what's on it, you're the most dangerous person in Seoul. Stephanie's hand went to the pendant again. Her father's last gift. What had he gotten her into? The car turned down a narrow alley, then into what looked like an abandoned warehouse. But inside, it was anything but abandoned. Armed guards, surveillance equipment, people moving with military precision. Minho got out first, then offered his hand to help her. This time, she took it. Welcome to my world, Stephanie. His grip was firm, warm. I promise you'll survive it. She looked around at the organized chaos, at this man who'd saved her life twice in one night, at the pendant that had turned her world upside down. I'm going to hold you to that. His lips curved into something that might have been a smile. I'm counting on it. If you're hooked on Stephanie's story and want to see what happens next, hit that subscribe button and drop a comment below telling us what you think is on that USB drive. Trust us, you won't want to miss part 2. Like this video to help us know you're invested in this journey. Because things are about to get even more dangerous.